Today's episode is super special because we have two-time FIFA World Cup champion, Olympic gold medalist, Kelley O'Hara. We asked her about continuing her legacy, social impact, what it means for her retirement, but we started with her childhood in Georgia. Well, Kelley, we are so honored to have you on the Indivisa show. You announced your retirement a bit ago, but I really want to start from the beginning with you. Little Georgia Peach in the house. What was your first soccer memory?
Oh my gosh, my first soccer memory was going to my first soccer practice. It was at the public library in the fields below the public library in Peachtree City, which was like right on Lake Peachtree. And I remember showing up and knowing nothing about soccer and only knowing that you couldn't use your hands, because I think that's what my parents told me. I was 4. Then when we got there, I remember the coach distinctly saying like, okay, we're going to teach you how to dribble. And I, as a 4-year-old, I don't know how I knew this, only knew dribbling in basketball.
But you were like, I can't use my hands. What am I?
Wait a second. Who's wrong here? Like, who told me the wrong thing? And so, but then I quickly learned dribbling, you can dribble with your feet. So like that memory sticks out in my mind. And I vividly remember that and just being like, didn't know that. So
You're like, there's a lot of interesting things here. We're at the library playing soccer. I can't use my hands, but I have to dribble. Anyways,
Yes.
that's awesome. What do you think piqued like your interest in the game?
Honestly, I wasn't interested in soccer. My parents put me in soccer, right? So I feel like that happens for most kids. The parents are like, we need to do some sort of organized activity for you, sports. And for me, soccer was my first organized sport. I literally, from the day that I started playing soccer, I never stopped. I did a ton of other sports as I grew up, but soccer was the one that was consistent and stayed with me. And I enjoyed it. I really liked it as a kid, but I honestly grew to love it more as I got older and as I progressed. So I was just more so like interested in competing and having fun and being active. Soccer wasn't necessarily like, oh, I love this right off the bat. This is the sport for me.
You're known for your competitive spirit. You're known for literally beating everybody, body on the line mentality. Do you think you've always kind of been that way, or have there been role models or something happen that you were like, I'm never losing again?
No, I think it was just how I was born. Honestly, like I think there's just something in me. My best friend tells this story that I've always been competitive, and I don't remember this, but she was like, you would literally compete as to who could finish their sandwich first. And I was like, I don't remember that, but that sounds right. So I just think that it's always been in me.
I love it. What do you consider to be your greatest accomplishment to this point?
In sport?
In life?
I don't know. I don't know if you can consider like relationships an accomplishment, but I just really value and cherish all of the different relationships I've made throughout life. World Cup 2, like winning 2 is pretty cool. Through soccer, I've created so many really, really wonderful relationships, and I'm really thankful for that. So,
you're at an interesting point in your career. When did you know it was time to retire, and how are you doing with it? I mean, I'm sure it's emotional and complicated.
Yeah, no, very emotional, very complicated. But honestly, the decision was kind of made for me by my body and my knee, unfortunately. Yeah. You can't really get around something that's not going to get better or heal or really allow you to play the game how you want to. And so for me, I had hoped to finish out the season, and obviously that is no longer the case, but that decision came very easy because, I tried to play, had to rehab back, came back, and
your body was like, nope.
Yeah, it just quickly was declining. And honestly, for me, through this whole process of kind of trying to figure out my knee and make it work, I've realized how valuable being healthy and being able to just like walk and not be in pain is to me. So I'm trying to, or at least this, the final decision of being like, listen, I can't finish the season was a very, very emotional decision, but it was easy in the sense of like, there was no other option. And I knew my future self would look back and regret trying to play any more soccer, basically. So yeah, I mean, again, emotional, but I feel very lucky to have gotten everything I did out of it. And I'm very stubborn. So it took literally to the end to be like, you can't do this anymore.
The wheels actually had to fall off. I have noticed that you've been taking on some other activities, though. Is that like something that you're trying to, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like triathlons or swimming. What are you like going to do now?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like truly joy, a large part of joy in life for me comes from like being active. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can fill the void that soccer is going to leave in being the activity that I did for so long and brought me so much joy. And yeah, I've been swimming. I surf. I love to lift, and I'm gonna try to just stay as active as possible. Like honestly, if I can get some tennis out of my knee, like I'll be stoked.
Maybe
on
pickleball.
that. Yeah, actually, yeah. I don't know. I would love to do a triathlon, but I could probably only do like a sprint distance because I don't know if I'll ever be able to like run more than even a little bit. So
you could do the biathlon though.
Yes. As much as I'm going to miss soccer, like I'm so excited for all the things that I hopefully can do moving forward. It's like something to look forward to.
And there's lots of cool gear in those sports.
I know. And it's like I think it's funny. I'm like now being a professional like soccer player, I'm like, oh, I know everything about soccer, but moving into swimming, I'm like, what's the best goggles? Like,
yeah.
Do I need, like, is this swim cap better than this swim cap? Like all of these things. So I'm in the process of the gear and like.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Well, I'm excited to see what you end up picking, and you're probably going to be uberly competitive with whatever.
I know. I need to learn how to chill, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Now, like flipping gears a little bit, but when you look at the women's game and sort of like the impact that you've had for young girls, older people, like you've just been involved for so long, and there's so much respect towards you and your impact. What is your hope for the future of women's soccer?
I'm hopeful that it continues to trend upwards, right? And what I've learned through my career and all the things that we've had to do and fight for off the field and how much energy we had to put into that, it really is like you have to constantly be pushing and asking for more. And so I hope that this next generation understands that, like it probably, a lot of things are way better than they were when they maybe first got into it and or than they even realize, but they have to stay vigilant about.
You still have to ask. You're still going to have to continue to ask for things.
Exactly. And like, this is just, we're just at the starting point and it still has a long way to go. So I'm hopeful and I am excited to see where it goes next, but I know that it will take the current players continuing to fight for more and push for more. And I think that, they can do that and will do that.
When you look at sort of the younger generations and the team now, I mean, we can look at Gotham and the U.S. women's national team. Who do you think are going to be the next faces?
Oof, great question. Listen, Croy Bethune,
yeah,
fantastic player. She's had an incredible rookie season, obviously cut a little short with an injury, which is unfortunate, but she did so much in the time that she played,
100%.
Even having her season shortened. I'm so excited to watch her evolve as a player because she looks like a pro even as a rookie. The things
she played at Georgia too, so that there's like that little connection.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Naomi Girma. I mean, she's, I think, going to be a consistent standout on the national team and in this league. And, as a fellow defender, it makes me excited that we have such a incredible talent in that position and to be excited about. So I'd say those two young ones.
Amazing. And how do you think the U.S. women's national team should determine success in the future? Do you think it should be trophies or like social impact?
I mean, I think that, listen, when it comes down to sports, like, yeah, it's trophies, right? Like, that's why we play the sport is, at least that's why I played. I'm like, I'm here to win, whether it's a training, whether it's a friendly, whether it's a World Cup. Like, I'm coming to win. And I think
whether it's eating a sandwich, whether it's talking to me right now, like I feel like I'm like fired up. I'm like, should we compete?
Exactly. So like, yeah, I mean, I think that is the legacy and the foundation of the women's national team is trophies, is winning. And I think that to continue that legacy, that is crucial and has to be a part of it. And then obviously the social impact, I think, just comes hand in hand. Like, you're winning trophies, you're able to create change and make an impact off the field. So yeah, I mean, I think number one, it's a sport, go win. And then number two, go and make an impact in the world.
Okay, we're gonna do some rapid fire.
Ooh, okay. I'm sometimes bad at this.
It's okay, it's okay. Best team meal.
Well, this is actually a solo endeavor, so I don't know if it's a team meal, but it is associated with soccer. I order Chipotle whenever I'm on the road, every single time, the night before an away game.
I feel like that's risky, but I support it.
A lot of people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me.
Favorite city to play in?
Honestly, Red Bull is like sick, whether it's with Gotham or with national team.
Best defensive partner?
Honestly, for me, it was Abby Dahlkemper, because we played together in the 2019 World Cup.
And a moment from your playing career that you will never forget?
Probably the 2015 semifinals that I checked into and then scored. I don't know. I have very, very vivid memories from that.
Yeah, I can see all the pictures from that celebration too right now. Okay, so last game, well, we're gonna play two really quick games. This is going to channel your competitive energy. So it's gonna be a game called Could You Beat?
Oh.
Alex Morgan in arm wrestling.
Yes, beat.
Your mom at baking the perfect chocolate chip cookie.
Ooh, very controversial. She'll be furious I said this, but my cookies are universally better, but she did teach me.
Sha'Carri Richardson in a marathon.
Honestly, she would beat me because like I had my...
Yeah, I know, that's kind of unfair because your knee isn't working.
I'm physically incapable.
Caitlin Clark, if she's blindfolded and you guys are playing a game of horse.
Oh. Honestly, I would give myself a little bit of the edge.
Katie Ledecky starting 1 minute after you in a 300-meter free.
She would smash me still, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I've literally gone over her times and been like, how close am I? And it's like, I'm not. Like, it's not possible.
Swimming next to her would just be the most humbling experience. Okay, Serena Williams with a pickleball in a match.
I always bet on myself, like, let's go. I think I got it.
Do you think that you could beat Tara Davis Woodhull if she started 5 meters behind you in the long jump?
No. She's so good. Oh my God.
She's so good.
Like, even if she had 5 meters off of what she jumped in the Olympics, like, I probably don't even come close to that.
And what do you think if like us chugging a beer?
Ooh, I'd smash you.
What? You are in a lot of photos with Bud Light. Okay, last game, because I know you have to go. First thing that comes to your mind. Just say it.
Okay.
Gotham FC.
Let's go.
World Cup.
2.
Georgia Peach.
That's me.
Trash Taka.
Not a lot, but sometimes I dabble.
Lynn Williams.
Ooh, speedster.
Rose Lavelle.
Silly girl.
Emily Sonnet.
Crazy.
New York City.
Ooh, honestly, probably best city in the world.
New Jersey.
Not bad.
Olympics.
America.
Stanford.
Ooh, Nerd Nation, baby.
Beat everybody.
That's what we do.
Emma Hayes.
Don't really know her.
That's hilarious. And retirement.
It was a good one. You know, we had a good run.
Well, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kelley O'Hara. I played for Gotham FC, and catch me on the Indivisa show.